Right now, as we sit here, Tuesday, 3 o'clock, it looks like Billy Napier is the leading candidate, far and away right now, the leading candidate. I'm not necessarily saying that's what everybody in the fan base wants, as just what might actually happen. And that's kind of where we're at right now with the coaching search. And a lot of the times, though, you kind of have to worry about the first name that's always thrown out there is usually not the one that ends up getting the job. But I do think Florida probably, from what I've been gathering, Mark, ever since that South Carolina game a couple weeks ago, there may have been some behind-the-scenes discussions going on already with Billy Napier as a candidate, maybe some other candidates as well. But Billy Napier is the runaway early favorite right now. There could be a decision pretty fast with that one. I do know athletic director Scott Strickland and whether Napier himself or his camp met yesterday, not in Louisiana, but it did meet yesterday, probably somewhere in the panhandle of Florida, and there we'll go from there. So I think that's the runaway leader right now. I'd expect him to have the chance to accept it or turn the job down before Florida moves on.
So you had made the comment before we started to record that shoot, you could give news any time now. We have no idea, but you think it could be rather soon?
I think it could be pretty fast.
Wow.
But here's the thing about that. He does have a conference championship game. Now, whether does he want it to get out? That is one thing. Granted, I think if he agrees to something and signs something, it's going to get out. There's no way. Go back to Scott Frost from Central Florida and Nebraska. Everybody knew it. Everybody already knew he was going to Nebraska. He was asked about it after the games. He had to deny it all he wanted to, but everybody knew it was there. I can see this one playing out very similarly.
How is Billy Napier going to be received by the fan base, and how high are you on this potential hire?
Mark, there's no home run out there. There's no pre-hire home run out there. There's no Urban Meyer, and even the pre-hire home run of Tom Herman did not work out. Scott Frost in Nebraska did not work out. The pre-hire home runs have not worked out, but there's not one of those pre-hire home run guys out there. Now, can they turn into one? Absolutely, and that's probably what you're looking at here with this coaching situation for Florida. But winning 10 games at Louisiana, learning under Nick Saban in Alabama, and learning how to build a program, build the process, that's what you kind of have to look at there. Recruits much better than his peers in the Sun Belt. It's going to be a lot different in the SEC, but he knows the path there, learning under Nick Saban. Doesn't necessarily mean it translates. Dan Mullen didn't take all those great qualities of Urban Meyer and translate it to recruiting at Florida. It was a struggle there. And can Billy Napier take everything that he learned from Nick Saban in his last few years before he went to Louisiana and apply it to an SEC job? I think Billy Napier does get the job. I think that, so I think we'll hear that pretty quick. Just trying to put some things together here. Ideal, but Florida administration won't go for it because of what he's proven. I'd go Hugh Freeze, but there's absolutely no way it happens because of all the improper benefits and everything that went on there at Ole Miss there. But the way he's turned Liberty around, the way he recruited there at Ole Miss, like I said, improper, but maybe NIL could open up some avenues and lanes there with the way that's changing now in the world of recruiting. But Hugh Freeze and his, I mean, look, I'm sitting here saying that after Billy Napier just put it on him this past week for Louisiana, whooping Liberty pretty good. But just his SEC acumen back there at Ole Miss, the way he coached, recruited there at Ole Miss, has basically brought Liberty up from FCS to FBS and winning a whole lot of games there. I think Hugh Freeze would kill it at Florida with the kind of talent he'd be able to get in the state of Florida as far as the X's and O's coach. But there's absolutely no way it happens.
You don't think they go after a bigger – and obviously I'm down here in Miami where there's the talk about is Manny Diaz going to be gone after the season down here in Miami. And all the names that keep getting mentioned are names like Mario Cristobal, Lane Kiffin. You don't think Florida makes a run after a bigger name like that?
I think they would, Lane Kiffin, but I think old Florida money administration, I still don't think goes for it. I don't think the circus of Lane Kiffin, I don't think they would want to they'd want to chase that. Now, the X's and O's and the coaching side of it, I absolutely think he'd be a great fit at Florida. He's one of my top choices there as well. Just the other auxiliary things that you put along with coaching, I'm not so sure the old money, the big booster money, would necessarily want to go that route of Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, I was just seeing 20 minutes ago, the lines have changed. Now number 1 is Bob Stoops, number 2 Lane Kiffin, number 3 Billy Napier. So
Yeah,
that was the
Bob-
betting. That's what Vegas 20 minutes ago.
We're recording at 4 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. Even though the Florida job is the most recent opening, it appears as though the Florida administration is moving quickly toward Billy Napier, and there are reports circling all over the place, and it appears, I don't want to call it a done deal, but there is way too much smoke not to believe that he is the number one target.
Absolutely. Napier's the guy I keep hearing from Florida people that I talk to. Yeah, like that. That's the guy that Florida seems to be most intent on, and particularly because they believe Napier would answer their recruiting woes that really cratered under Dan Mullen. That is the name I most consistently hear at Florida.